I'm a lot more calm. I used to be very uptight, super type A, had to control everything, and now things really aren't that big a deal after you run a business. You know, don't sweat the small stuff, and that really brought me to where I am now, not only professionally but also personally, because things really aren't that big a deal. It could be worse, and let's problem solve and move forward.
Because of finding College Pro and because of having the ability to run a real business in the real world, that is the reason why I think I'm successful now. Like, I would not have been the top of my class, and I would not have been a Harvard graduate or anything like that, but I feel like I'm on the level of some of those people now because I've had a real world opportunity.
A big part of it, how to properly lead people, motivate people under a common goal. I figured out everything I did wrong, and so basically I just said I'm going to do the opposite of that, and then it went from there.
It's all those kind of potential disasters that at the time are not great, but kind of looking back you realize they were kind of insignificant in the grand scheme of things, and God, I learned a lot about not making the same mistakes again.
You also learn about problem solving. So it's like there's no option other than to figure out a solution.
You've got more responsibility than the typical college student, so I mean it forces you to develop as a person. It really tests your values.
I think the way I present myself is different. I think the way I speak to others is different. I think the way my organization is way different.
My business coach was able to help me understand who I am as a person, what triggers things for me, what I'm good at and what I'm not good at.
That's why I'm still around and why I like the company so much. But it's endless possibility really when it comes to development.
It's given me the ability to communicate, being able to develop relationships with other people through friendships and in business.
I'm definitely a different person than when I started. Probably the biggest thing is confidence, because I mean you have to have a certain amount of confidence when you go and talk to like 10 customers a day, because you're your own boss and you're in control of your own company. The personal development is all up to yourself.
If we were doing this interview right now, 6 years ago, I would probably be sweating a lot more than I'm sweating now, but I wouldn't be as confident talking to you. It's a lot easier to talk to people, a lot easier to talk to girls, things like that.
My relationships with everybody are a lot stronger because I know how to communicate a lot better.
I had no idea I was capable of learning so many different lessons, both in a really micro-focused way and then in a macro-focused way.
The maturity to see the big picture and not get wrapped up in emotions all the time, which is difficult at this age. It's easy to make decisions and see good decisions from bad decisions and move your life forward in the direction that you really want it to go.
I had the mindset that I really needed to be the boss of my people. Instead of really loving them to lead them, it was more of me dictating them to lead them. So I was a bit of a condescending boss. I really just learned that you have to build relationships with your employees to really lead them.
I learned how to listen in College Pro because it's a part of coaching, and coaching is a skill you learn, but you have to learn how to listen first before you can coach. When you sell, you learn that selling is not about talking, and selling is actually about listening. So that not only has helped me in my business career, but it's also helped me in my personal life.
I've seen enormous change in myself. I would say a lot of it was also just the guts to go after the things I wanted. I saw something I wanted and I went and I did it, and a lot of it had to do with what I learned at College Pro.